Lovers, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and welcome to our weekly karmic update. And we're going to see what effect has quarantine had on the people and the emotions in this karmic connection. Now, my background is going to be a little more noisy than usual because when I usually read for you guys, I take off my AC, but it is so bloody hot that I can't take it off. I've kind of turned it down. It's still kind of noisy, and I'm hot, but I'm not totally uncomfortable. So I'm gonna try to do this as quickly as I can. Let me just get some water. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna get an energy card for each person in this connection from the Greek mythology reading cards here. All right, so DM is here, karmic is going to be here. Okay, all right, let's have a look. Let's see what's happening. What has quarantine been doing to this connection? We got a little insight yesterday with the pick a card with how quarantine is affecting your soulmate connection. So if you haven't watched that one, you should go and watch that one because it gave you a holistic view of all the people that are in it. So we have the Hydra. So this is the main thing. There are big challenges happening right now. Snakes are rearing their heads. So things that they might have swept under the carpet, things that they had not dealt with, people were escaping from, they have to face these things head on. Okay? Head on. Okay? And your person, you know, I think both parties feel absolutely challenged by what's happening here. All right, so let's do DM first. Energy for DM. We have Protectress, Athena. Interesting. And there's an owl here. You know, and it reminds me of the Hierophant, quite frankly. Okay? It reminds me of the Hierophant. All right, so what am I getting from this? Should I read a bit of it from the book? I might. But let me go intuitively first. I'm getting that DM is learning a deeply spiritual lesson because I can't shake how it looks. It looks like the Hierophant. So there's a deep lesson that he is learning. And I think it's about protecting himself. And I don't know. They're telling me about protecting DF. Maybe I should pull some cards as well. But I'm sensing a rise into his spiritual power, especially, you know, his ability to repel negative energies. Weird. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see the karmic. What's happening with the karmic? So he's in protector mode. What is he protecting? We're gonna pull a couple cards, and I might also have a look at the book quickly. Karmic is in Artemis mode, goddess of light. Interesting. So, and I'm really drawn to the fact that, you know, it's a lot of tumultuous waters. So I'm getting that there's a lot of tumultuous things that are happening around the karmic right now, but this is to push the karmic towards finding their own light and finding their own divinity deep within. All right, so let's see what's going on here. This is interesting. Let me just get a little insight on. Gosh. Let me just read Athena quickly here. Guys, just give me a moment. Athena. Yeah, Athena excelled as a defensive warrior. So he's on the defense. Absolutely. In battle, but also protected as peaceful arts such as weaving and sculpting too. She has an intelligent, smart superiority which assures success in all things. Whoever this card represents is now imbued with shrewd and clever strategizing abilities. And it is so weird because I tuned into my DM on Monday, and when we met in the astral realm, he was playing chess. Interesting. Maybe you even do some academic or educational success, if possible. You should enjoy a time of clever success and superiority now. If there's a battle to be fought, you will win it. Athena is by your side and truly favors the brave. So there's a call for DM to be brave, but there's a game of strategy that DM is playing right now. We're gonna read Artemis too. Artemis is part of light itself, but most especially the aspect of sun's light that sparkles and glints on water. She was swift-footed and fast. In myth, we are told she is found in mountainous regions where the rainwater tumbles in streams and waterfalls. As Apollo's daughter, she accompanied him to fight the serpent, which represents the night. She's independent, yet disdainful, and enraged by the attention of suitors. Interesting. She was unforgiving of boastfulness and demanded respect. Interesting. All right. So it looks like both of them are playing some sort of weird game with each other here. He's in strategy mode and she is also in some sort of strategy mode, trying to outsmart the enemy. So both of them are playing chess with each other right now. Let me get a couple cards, just a couple, just to clarify what we're getting here. All right, so he's out of the Four of Swords mode, so he's taking some kind of action, and the action that he's taking is to stand in his power as the Emperor. Karmic here doesn't want it to be over. It ain't over. She keeps saying the same thing. It ain't over, right? So there's a world that she is trying to preserve here, but she's not stepping into a spiritual power to do that. She's not happy. Or Karmic is not happy. We have the Three of Cups reversed. But at the same time, they're trying to wait it out and see if things change. But Karmic is also desiring moving on. So both of them want this to be over. Yeah, Karmic is heartbroken. Karmic is heartbroken, but Karmic also has abandonment issues. So as much as Karmic doesn't want to be in this, that as much as Karmic wants this to be over, part of Karmic is still clinging on because of Karmic's abandonment issues. So Karmic realizes just how toxic this whole thing is, but the abandonment issues won't allow Karmic to let it go. All right, let's see the emotions that are swirling for each of them. This is interesting. So they're playing some kind of game of strategy with each other, but both of them are in warrior mode. There is a battle that's on. There is a battle that's on. All right, how is DM feeling in this connection right now? What's his general emotions? We're just going to take 4 and clarify. He's self-sabotaging. Oh my goodness, DM, what are you doing? We'll clarify and see exactly what he's doing here. He's in awe of what we're about to find out. He's ashamed of what we're about to find out. And he is in love with whom we're about to find out. All right, let's see the Karmic. Stalemate energy. Okay. They're in a stalemate. She doesn't know what's the next move yet. Feeling pathetic. Oh, she's having a tower moment too. She's come down off her pedestal, right? She's been taken down off her pedestal. She feels free. What the hell is going on, guys? And she feels lust. All right, so it looks like Karmic might be up to her old tricks. You know what she does when she panics. All right, so let's see what's going on here. What's he self-sabotaging with? What's this about? Yeah, he's not manifesting a new beginning. A lot of negative thoughts. You know, what happens when he leaves this connection? What will his life be like? Will DF take him back? La 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 la. right? And, you know, he's thinking about the structure that he's built with the karmic, you know, am I really going to walk away from all of this, blah, 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 right? So the usual, right? He knows that this tower is going to come crashing down at any point in time, but he's still trying to hold on. There might be a family situation here, okay? But he's determined to free himself. He wants to free himself because I think you are his 10 of Cups, and he does want to come towards you. He wants to free himself, but at the same time, you know, he's not speaking up. He's not speaking up. He's not speaking up. So he's sabotaging himself again. What is he in awe of? You know, I think that DM might have been a player before, but now he's really seeing how his player ways got him in this pickle that he's in right now. Yeah. He wants to end this karmic cycle. He wants to end this karmic cycle. And he is about to use all the tools in his toolbox to do that. I think he's also in awe of himself. I think he's having a lot of spiritual experiences, and a lot of spiritual gifts are unfolding, and he's absolutely in awe of that. What is he ashamed of? He's ashamed that he made the wrong choice. And that's a message that's been coming through in a lot of readings right now. He's ashamed he made the wrong choice in love. He made the wrong choice in love. We have the Lovers here. He chose the karmic, and he's ashamed of that. When he should have chose love, he chose his karmic. So he's absolutely ashamed. He's also ashamed of the karmic's behavior. Maybe he has recognized the thing that the karmic has been doing to sabotage the F. And, you know, he wants out. We have the Hierophant in reverse. He wants out. So he's ashamed of his past, decisions. Now that he is enlightened and has gotten a different perspective, he wants out of this situation here. But right now, he feels stuck. Of course he feels stuck. He's in quarantine. Oh my gosh. But he's in love with the Empress. Remember, my reverse court cards are karmic energies, and my court cards that are upright are divine energies. So he's in love. He's in love with the Queen of Swords, right? He's seeing things clearly now. Okay? He's recognizing that you were the truth. He's recognizing how authentic you are. He's recognizing that you are part of his truth. And he's really ashamed that he didn't make the right choice. He wasn't seeing things clearly, but now he's seeing things clearly. Love in a time of corona. Alrighty. Let's see the karmic. Alright, what's this stalemate energy about? Yeah, listen. This karmic knows that this situation is above and beyond right now. I mean, it's just so burdensome for both of them. But they don't want it to end. They just don't want it to end. And the reason why they don't want to end is because there's some kind of financial entanglement here. And the karmic is all about the finances. Remember, my reverse court cards are karmic energies. So this particular karmic, this is a karmic that's the gold digger. Right? So she does not want, I'm going to say she, okay? I'm sorry, guys. I tried. All right? She does not want this stability, because I think there's some kind of financial stability here. She does not want it to end, because, you know, stability, especially financial stability, is very, very important to her. But at the same time, I think she is also having an awakening. And I think that's why we got the Goddess of the Light. There's some enlightenment that she is getting as well. Through all these tumultuous times and all these tumultuous waters, I think she is also having an awakening, and she's still seeing things clearly. But at the same time, this ego is going to fight that awakening tooth and nail. So as much as she wants to end, because she's not happy, and she's getting this enlightenment, there's also a tug of war within her to maintain the status quo. And that's why she's in the stalemate energy here. But she's feeling pathetic. Why? Karmic is feeling pathetic because you see now DM has stepped into the Emperor energy. Okay? He has taken back control of his life. She no longer has power. He has decided on a path for himself. She no longer has power over him. Okay? And she's recognizing also that she is trying to maintain this connection because of her own inner wounding. Because she too has been going deep within. I told you, this quarantine period is going to let everybody reflect on their life. So she too has been doing a lot of inner reflection. And she knows she has to walk away from the things that don't serve her, but she's still resisting. The ego is going to fight this tooth and nail. Her intuition is telling her, leave, leave. But she's not listening. She's not listening. But she feels free. Why? Okay. So she has spoken her truth to some extent, it looks like. What's this about? Somebody spoke their truth. Okay. Okay. So she is recognizing the truth of the situation. I think DM might have spoken his truth because this is a masculine energy. DM might have spoken his truth. So freedom is hers if she wants it, if she wants freedom. But her fear of rejection and her abandonment issues are what's keeping her stuck. But at the same time, DM is taking action. So the masculine energy here is taking action, but she is still holding on because of her abandonment issues and her fear of rejection, and because there's some kind of financial investment here, and both of them are reliant on each other because of this financial investment. For some of them, there's children involved, and they're trying to keep it together for the children, but all they're doing is manifesting toxicity. So she could have this freedom if she wants to, right? Because she knows the truth. She's seeing the truth right now. But the abandonment issues and the ego wants to maintain the status quo. So we have lust here. Yeah, because she's in love. She's still in love. She's still in love, but she's not happy. Oh, this is also a third party card. So guys, there could be another person on the scene. So the karmic, it looks like the karmic could be in love with someone else. Yeah, this is a third party card here. The karmic could be in love with someone else. So part of her wants to be free, to be with this person. But the ego still wants to maintain the status quo because there's some kind of financial stability that's here. But she's in love with someone else. She wants to leave. What the hell is going on here? So it looks like both of these people are in love with someone else. But it is the unresolved karma between them that keeps magnetizing them back to each other. I think they're both in love. The karmic that I'm tapping into, both of them are in love with someone else. Oh, this is not a pretty picture at all. Alright, so let's see what's happening in this connection right now. But it looks like both of them are in love with someone else. This is not cute. Alright, let's see what's happening here. We have false person. Wow. We have community. I know we always get this card. So both of them, it looks like they're still wearing masks. We have pathway, and we have 8 here, right? And 8 is about strength. So let's see what's going on. And then we have gift. All right, so let's see what's happening here. All right, so I think both of them are realizing that they're with the wrong person. Both of them have been wearing masks. Perhaps they've been staying together because maybe there's a community around them, a community of people. It could be family members, friends, and maybe they're concerned about what this community is going to say. But both of them are currently on this path of transformation. Both of them. And this is really a gift from spirit because it's a transmutation of the karma. It's a signal that the karma between them is either over, has been reconciled, or it is almost over. And this is really a gift of freedom from the divine for both of them. But the ego always tries to maintain the status quo. And the battle that is happening right now is really an internal battle inside both of them. It may not necessarily be a battle with each other right now. It's a battle inside that rages inside. Spirit is giving both of them the gift of freedom. Spirit, why did you give us this false person? Yes. All this is transforming. There's big transformation happening here. So all this duplicity and this self-deception for both of them. Usually I get, this card I usually get, oh, he's recognizing that it's a false person. No. I'm getting that both of them are recognizing the mask that they've been wearing in this relationship. And they're both choosing to transform. Yeah. They're recognizing that they built something that was toxic, that was codependent, that had no boundaries. And neither of them want to fight for this anymore. Right? I think there's secrets that are being revealed. I think both of them are doing shadow work. And they just want out of this nightmare. Both of them. I'm not getting only DM today. I'm getting both of them want out of this nightmare. But there's a community here that keeps them stuck. I'm really getting that there's a community. So this is outside influences that are keeping them stuck. Guys, 1 second. Yeah, there's a community around them that's keeping them stuck. That's what I'm getting here. That's keeping them in this codependent relationship. I mean, there's a Tower moment that is coming for this. So massive changes. I mean, these are major arcana, the Tower and the Devil, right? So the Tower is going to come down. Everything is going to come crushing down right now because both of them are refusing to speak up about their feelings and what they truly feel inside and embrace this gift of freedom that Spirit is giving them. Both of them are being stubborn. So Spirit is going to intervene. Because Spirit is pointing them towards a pathway, right? And it's a pathway of truth. But both of them are being, I can't think of the word, immature. I'm sorry. Both of them are being immature. Just keeping an eye on each other, spying on each other. But there is a pathway towards total wish fulfillment for both of them. For both of them. That Spirit is trying to guide them towards. And this is a path of self-love and, a path of solid offers and their true partner. But, the ego, what I tell you, the ego keeps trying to hold on. Okay, we have Justice in reverse. All right, so Spirit is trying to give them this gift. And it's a gift of healing, right? A gift of gaining a different perspective on this situation. A gift of enlightenment. And that's the Spirit is bringing this into the situation right now. So both of them are receiving this gift. Both of them. Right? And they're recognizing just how unhappy they both have been, just how stuck they've both have been. Right? They're seeing the truth about everything. So what's happening here? This quarantine is a gift from Spirit. It's an absolute gift for both of them, not just for DM, not just for the twin connection. It's a gift for everyone involved because everybody is seeing themselves and their partner quite clearly. Okay? All right, so let's ask now, what is keeping them together? But I'm really getting it's the ego things. It's the things of the material world. That's what's keeping them together. All right? But let's ask anyway. All right? So what's keeping them together? Oh, no. I have to do headspace for the karmic. I'm sorry. So what's DM's headspace for the karmic right now? Sorry about that, guys. What's DM's headspace for the karmic? We have the Four of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We have the Moon, Pisces, Cancer energy. We have the Hermit, a Virgo, and then we have the Four of Cups reversed. So what am I getting here? I'm getting two different kind of angles. I'm getting that DM is seeing that the karmic is holding on to this connection because of money, okay? And that the karmic is quite closed off, never letting anyone inside, just concerned about the material world and the superficial things. DM views karmic as having a lot of secrets and a shadow side that people don't know about. DM is viewing the karmic as very closed off emotionally and perhaps on her own inner journey. And DM is also seeing quite clearly her own fears of rejection and fears of abandonment and her wounding. But I'm also getting as well that DM might also be holding on to this connection because this connection is his comfort zone. Okay, I'm going to clarify, but I'm also getting that message that this connection is his comfort zone, and he's also using it so that he doesn't have to open up his heart to DF completely. He's using this relationship as a buffer, right? Because he's afraid of being abandoned by DF, and he's afraid of real connection, and he's afraid of intimacy. I'm getting that. I'm getting that DM has been doing a lot of shadow work, and he really wants to follow his intuition, and his intuition is telling him go deep within and heal these abandonment wounds and these rejection wounds that you have, so that you can make your way out of this relationship. So let me clarify now, and let us see what is the message that Spirit wants to give us. Yeah, he's recognizing that nobody in this connection is happy. Okay, we have the sun reverse, and he's recognizing that the karmic is actually a narcissist, because the sun reverse for me is narcissistic. Okay, this is a narcissist because Leo already has narcissistic tendencies. I'm not shitting on you, Leo. I'm just saying. Okay, I'm just saying. But when it is in reverse, we're talking about the narcissist. So he's seeing that she is absolutely closed off. Okay, nobody gets beneath her to see her inner wounding, and he's seeing that now. I'm also getting that, let's see with this moon. Yeah. He's seeing that, you know, this karmic has a lot of secrets. And he's also getting the intuitive hits that this connection is not headed for victory. You can't win in this connection. There's no winning with this connection. Okay? He's seeing things clearly now. His judgment is no longer warped by any kind of machinations or any kind of illusion that the karmic might have tried to spin. Okay? So he's going on his own inner journey. And this own inner journey is unveiling the Emperor. He's really finding his power, and he's finding his strength. And as he finds his power and his strength, the karmic is realizing she no longer has power over DM anymore. Let's see what's this Four of Cups reverse. Yeah, so he's looking at his abandonment wounds. He's looking at his fear of rejection, and he's doing some major healing. All his wounds are being exposed for healing right now. Okay? And as he heals, he speaks up more and more about his truths. So I'm getting that he's been speaking up. He's been speaking up. He's been speaking his truth. And he wants to be his authentic self. Right? As he heals, is the more he wants to be authentic. It's the more he wants to be in a connection that's based on truth and honesty. So I think big changes are happening in this connection during quarantine. But what's keeping them together? Because both of them want to be free. We've established that. Both of them want to be free. But what's keeping them together right now? Besides government restrictions. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be family, as in outside family members, or like a mother or father, karmic sisters, I mean, you name it. They could also have a family setup here, or there could be financial entanglements that they can't easily walk away from. Why are they still together if both of them want out? People might be indecisive. Okay, they're not making that decision that they know they have to make. They know that they've come to a crossroads and they have to make a decision, but then they're not making it just yet. What's keeping them together? They're wounded inner child, and I don't usually get this with this card. Their wounded inner child is keeping them together. And you know what? You know, and this could also be unhappiness. You know, misery likes company. Right. So they're vibrating in that vibration of misery, and they want company to be there with. What's keeping them together? They don't have much fight left in them. I think they've been through so much battles with each other. They're just a wounded warrior. They have no There's no fight. There's no fight left in them anymore. They've been through it all with each other. They're battle weary. They're battle weary. All right, and that's why they may be staying with each other. Okay, so guys, if you think this is your person's energy here, right, join me in the extended, and what we're going to look at there, we're going to look at their heart space energy for the karmic. We're going to look at how the karmic feels about them. We're going to look at how the karmic feels about you, viewer. We're going to look at what the karmic might be hiding, and I really do think it's a lover. We're going to look at what they've told the karmic about you, because apparently they've been speaking truths, right? And then we're going to look at the outcome of this relationship by the end of April, and then we're going to get a healing card for you, because you're meant to be doing your own healing during this time. Okay, all right guys, thank you so much. If you can't join me in the extended, I'm grateful for your likes, shares, definitely your subs if you can. I love your comments down below. And if you can go a step further and click on any ad that might play during this reading, that's beautiful energy exchange for me, okay? All right, guys, take care. Bye. And remember, don't consume too much negative news and all of that, okay? It's just too much. Remember, they have their own agenda, which is to sell the news, and fair sells. Don't get all up into that, because you're going to make yourself anxious and you're going to make yourself sick, all right? So try to stay in high vibe. All right, I know you can't get outside and walk and all of that, but try to, watch comedy shows, play music that you love, engage with your children, whatever it is. But the news and in the Facebook, there's so many horrible stories being circulated out there. You have enough reality. You watch the news on the mornings or whenever you want to watch the news, and you make sure that you're nicely apprised of what's happening in your area, right? And then you just leave it be, okay? All right, guys. Thank you so much for your likes, shares, subscribes. Take care. Bye.